Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Kingdom King and welcome to this different video that I'm trying. Well, today is Independence Day, as you can tell by the little intro that was there. But also, more importantly, it is my birthday. And since it's my birthday, I thought I'd try something a little bit different. A top 10 list of my favorite video games of all time, because I thought, why not, you know? But if you watch this and you like more, please tell me if you want me to do more top 10 lists. If I'm good at this, I'm probably terrible because it's my first time doing a top 10 list. So, let's go! And also, one game per franchise, or else this would be full of, you know... A lot of games I like are happy, funny, go-lucky games that I grew up on, and they're all nostalgic. And so it might come to a shock to some of you that my number 10 game is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, I didn't play this as a kid. I recently played it last year on my 3DS. My friend told me to get it. I thought it was going to be a cool game, and it was. It was a fantastic game. I loved it. But since I'm older and I see flaws in older games now, and I choose to ignore the flaws in the games that I loved, Crash, Spyro, it might be higher on my list if I played it when I was 11 years old, but other than that, no, it's just where it's at. At number 9, I have a game for the PS2 that me and my sister used to play all the time when I was a kid. You might be shocked by it if you've never heard of it. I just think it's a really cool game. Portal Runner. This is a fantastic fucking game, okay? Like, just the music alone makes it amazing. Listen to this shit. Isn't this fucking awesome? But anyway, the soundtrack isn't the only good thing about it. So the gameplay is very generic but good. You run around as this Vicky, who's a reporter, who's the daughter of a toy general. Toy general. Yes, did I mention that this takes place in a fucking toy shop? A toy shop. You're a little toy running around through portals, which is the portals to the other playsets. So the medieval playset, the Jurassic playset, the Alien playset, the Army playset. You go through all that stuff looking for your fiance who was kidnapped. That's the main plot of the story, which is generic, but it was fun as hell as a kid. And the main weapon, as you can see, is a bow and arrow, and you get upgraded arrows, which are awesome. You just find them around the world. You get a trident arrow, you get a fire arrow, an ice arrow, all these different arrows. My personal favorite is the lightning arrow. That shit was awesome as a kid. And you can duel with your friends. Well, with my sister mainly, and she always schooled me. She always got the lightning and piercing arrows and just kind of killed me. Thanks, Samantha. But no, this game holds a special place in my heart. It's amazing. I haven't played it in years, but I think I'm gonna play it now. My 8th favorite game of all time, I didn't even know of until my friend Joe bought it for me for my birthday a couple years back. Infamous. Now, I have all the sequels, Infamous 2 and Infamous Second Son, but the first one is by far my favorite. Now, the second one and the third one have better powers, the gameplay is more smooth, but it's just, this one got me hooked. The story was great. It's the first game that introduced me to the whole karma system. I never played Fallout 3 or anything like that, so naturally, with the karma system, I was a dick. Of course I was. Why else would I play it? Would I play it nice? No, fuck being nice. I was going around shocking people with lightning, grenades. It was so much fun. Like, it was so great. And I thanks Joe for getting me into this game. And it's fantastic. And just, that's a great story, just going around fucking bitches. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say on that one. At number 7, there's a game that requires a certain amount of stealth, a certain amount of confidence, a certain amount of patience because of all the fucking escort missions. Assassin's Creed 2. You know what I mean if you played it with all the fucking escort missions. This game is fantastic. It builds upon the first game in so many ways. It's better than Revelations, Brotherhood, Black Flag 3, Rogue, Unity, Syndicate. Holy fuck, there's been a lot of those games. And I own all of them. And I've played all of them. And this one's still my favorite for 2 words. 2 words. Because I played this when I think I was like 13 or something, like 6 or 7 years ago. Double Hidden Blade. That is 3 words. Sorry. But Double Hidden Blade. That shit was the fucking shit. How many times can I say shit? I don't know. But it was amazing. Like, just killing, boom, 2 people at once, done. Great. But it built upon the story of the first one. When I got done playing the first one, I immediately went out and bought this one. Because I got the first one 2 years after it came out. And then this one was already out for like a year and a half. And I was just like, okay, let's see what it is. I got into it, I got hooked. The end of the first game, and then the beginning of this game, it picks up right where it left off, and I was hooked. And anyone who's played this game and gotten to the end, still has the best ending in any Assassin's Creed game, in my opinion. Like, what happened in the ending? I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but let's just say shit happened. Again, with the shit, I don't fucking know, but Assassin's Creed 2, 7th favorite game. My 6th favorite game is a RPG known as To the Moon. It's a very heavy story-based game. It has not that much action, like pretty much 0 action, 0 gameplay really. You just click around learning the story, and I find it fantastic and interesting. And the soundtrack, again, I love music in this. The soundtrack is amazing. I mean, listen to this calming music. Like, how can you not love that? And you go around playing as 2 doctors, going into the mind of a dying old man, wanting to rewrite his history, just in his mind though. He wants to go to the moon, and they need to go back into his past and like inception the idea of going to the moon in him, and you go into the past learning all of his dark secrets, his bad times with his wife and his whole life, his good times. You just see this unfolding and you know the outcome. And it's just so sad and happy at all the same time. That's all. If you haven't played To the Moon, I suggest it. I move my hands a lot because I'm just extremely fidgety. And when I'm not playing a game, I just move them, and I'm just moving them really a lot. This next game is a game that came out about 3 years ago, and if you don't know it, you've probably been living under a rock. The Last of Us. Now, I didn't know what The Last of Us was until my friend Tyler explained it to me. And when he did, the first thought that popped into my head was, oh great, another zombie game. Great, we need more of those because the market's been flooded by it. So when my PS3 broke, I bought a new PS3 and it came with The Last of Us. So I was just like, okay, I'll try it, put it in. By the prologue, I was hooked. The graphics alone are amazing. It's made by Naughty Dog. If I would have known it was made by Naughty Dog, I probably would have bought it because they make some of my favorite games. Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted, you'll see those, or one of those down the list later. But no, it was fantastic. The story, the gameplay, the way they integrated zombies into it. And it's not just a normal virus, it's a fungus virus that actually exists in the real world, but it only attacks like ants instead of humans. But in this universe, it went after humans and it just spread like wildfire, and like it's great. And yeah, it's great. It's one of my favorite games now. So the last game was with amazing graphics and stuff, but this game is going back a little longer. Spyro the Dragon. I love this game. This game was amazing when I was a kid. This actually is one of the first games I ever remember playing at my cousin's house. All I remember is I was a purple dragon going after crystal dragons, and I thought it was the best thing on the planet. I was just so like enthralled in it. Like, I couldn't wrap my mind around what was happening. I thought I was this big giant dragon and react. Spyro's not that big giant dragon, but I believe I was like 3 or 4 at the time, or 5, I don't know. And I just remember playing it and going home like, Mom, Dad, I want this, I want this. And it was around like mid-July, I think, at that point. And then during Christmas, my grandpa got us a PS2 and got us all these PS2 games and PS1 games, and it was just amazing. I played hours and hours on this game. And it's just one of the good games from my childhood, and it will never go bad for me. My personal favorite, Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, but it's just something about the first game holds its place in my heart. Good times. Now, back to the good graphics, and Naughty Dog again. And I know I said one game, one thing per franchise. This is just still number 3. But I couldn't choose between Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 4. They were both amazing games, amazing looking games. Uncharted 4 obviously looks better because Uncharted 2 came out, I think, in 2010. Not entirely sure. It probably says on the box, but I don't want to read it. And this one came out this year. It took me about 8 hours to beat. Just suckered down and just played it, and it's great. And also, side note, you've noticed that most of these games are PlayStation games. I didn't get a PC until this year, and I didn't own any other console except for Wii, and that was for mainly the family games. So I've owned a PlayStation 1, 2 PlayStation 2s, 2 PlayStation 3s, and my PlayStation 4. And if you wonder why I own doubles, they broke. And I know that's not good for PlayStation and stuff, but oh well. Back to Uncharted. Now, if you've noticed, there's not a lot of heavy action games on this list so far because I prefer story-driven games. Like, when I'm playing Call of Duty with my friends, yeah, it's great playing with my friends. And I don't personally buy them, that's what my friends buy, and they're great. They're like, oh my god, I just got this like 30 kill streak. I'm like, cool. I just did a no-die run of Uncharted 2, and it wasn't successful at all. And it's just Uncharted 2 story. You start off on a train, and it's just iconic gaming, and this Uncharted 4 builds upon it. And the reason why it's Uncharted 2 and 4, the first one was amazing, but the second one beefed it up, and the third one kind of dropped it off, but then the fourth one, brought it back. So yeah, fourth one and the second one are definitely 2 of my favorite Uncharted games, and 2 of my favorite games. Now, my second favorite game of all time was really hard to choose, because I could have chosen Ratchet and Clank, I could have chosen Far Cry, I could have chosen BioShock, I could have chosen Until Dawn, but Jak and Dexter and the Precursor Legend. Has to be my second favorite game. I've beaten this game so many times, and the sequels, Jak 2, Jak 3. We don't talk about the final 2 games, but I hear there's going to be a reboot, like another game in the series by Naughty Dog. Again, a Naughty Dog game. Like, Naughty Dog, you're doing some good shit here, okay? I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, I love Jak and Dexter so much. The game, you play as Jak, you're going around collecting precursor orbs and power cells to save your friend Dexter, trying to get him turned back to a human because he got turned into a marmoset. I think that's what he is. But you're just going across, fighting all these bad, dark eco things, and it's so fun. It's hard to explain, and it's just one of my favorite games. Now, time for my number 1 game of all time, and if you are stupid and you didn't see, that in the background, you would have guessed that my favorite game of all time is Kingdom Hearts. Now, which one it is? I'm not picking one because it's my list, and fuck you. So I'm picking all of them. Now, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 have a special place in my heart, and they're amazing. But I just played the Final Mix ones. When they first came out, I beat them, of course, and I played all the expansions, Recoded, Chain of Memories, all of those ones. I've played all of them. But the Final Mixes are by far my favorite now. I couldn't play them because they were only released in Japan, so I don't know if I count that as a new game, but I will always have these, my original PS2 discs, I will always have them. When I finally get a house to myself, these ones, they're going to be retired, and I'm going to put them up. Well, I'm going to put them up and like display them, because they came out a certain time in my life when I think I was ready to be amazed by video games. And the story was perfect. The gameplay was so simple and just streamlined. And I didn't really like turn-based combat, and I thought that's what it was going to be like, because it was Square Enix, Final Fantasy mixed with Disney, and you would think that wouldn't work, but it works so well. The monsters are so inventive, the Heartless, the Nobodies, the characters, you just want to meet and hug. Riku, Kairi, Sora, and then just Donald and Goofy are the same characters from the movies and TV shows. They're fucking amazing. And like, this entire video, if you haven't noticed, has been scripted. I left this part open so I could just talk from the heart, because this game means so much to me. And it means so much to me that I'm eventually going to get a tattoo of Kingdom Hearts somewhere on my body. And I know some people are like, that's stupid, blah blah blah. You can get a tattoo of whatever you want, I can get a tattoo of whatever I want. It's just what it means to me. And these games will always hold a special part in my heart. And being your favorite game of all time, I think, is special, because I think it hits you at the right time. Like, some people's favorite game is Majora's Mask. Some people's favorite game is Super Metroid. Some people's favorite game is Sonic 06. But I just think it hits you at a certain time in your life, and this hit me right when I was like 8 or 9. It came out in 2002, and then the second game came out in 2006, and finally in 2000, hopefully 17, Kingdom Hearts 3 will come out. So let's hope and pray. But anyway, if you guys like this top 10 video, and if you guys want to see more, tell me. And if you guys didn't like it, tell me that too. But if you guys like this video, please like it. And if you guys like me, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps out. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.